You put me in the ring with all the great fighters, I'm gonna hold my own against all of them.
Floyd's coming out of retirement to face Terence in the ring, and our guy Bud is all ears. Yeah, the fight world was under the impression that Floyd's warning was gonna make Crawford tremble in his boots. Come on, it's Floyd Mayweather after all. But hey, that doesn't mean we're taking Bud lightly around here, especially after hearing his response to Mayweather's fight challenge. So without further ado, let's get into Terence Crawford's brutal response to Floyd coming out of retirement to fight him. Get this. Floyd's warning has got nothing on Terence. He's not scared at all. Instead, Bud's all in to fight the boxing legend. Oh yeah, the welterweight champion believes he's more ready than ever to take on a challenge as big as Floyd. And if given the chance, he's ready to put ink on that contract in a heartbeat. Yep, you heard that right. The fight world was out there thinking that Terence versus Floyd was nothing more than a fantasy matchup. But it looks like this one may see the light of day. Terence is at a point in his career where he needs to leave a mark and make a legacy that's more than him schooling Errol Spence Jr. in the ring. Let's be honest, that win made him what he is today. Yes, he was the great and undefeated Terence Crawford, but he wasn't that popular in the fight world. And I'm sure you never saw him make headlines with big names like Canelo Alvarez and Floyd Mayweather before he destroyed Errol in the ring. After taking down Errol, he became the next big thing in the boxing world. But that win won't keep him up there for long. Terence needs to come back with something better, something that'll break the internet. And guess what'll do exactly that? If you guessed a fight with Floyd, you're absolutely right. Plus, Terence thinks he's got this one easy. Oh, I'm not lying at all. If anything, that win against Errol has given Bud all the confidence in the world. Crawford believes that Money Mayweather will be an easy target for him, and he's going to give the boxing legend a run for his money. Yeah, that's one we'd love to see, isn't it? When asked about the fantasy matchup on record, Terence revealed that there's potential, and it's keeping him on his toes. Come on, a chance that he can step into the ring with the Floyd Mayweather? Yeah, that one would keep me up at night too. The boxer then added and said he isn't scared of losing at all. Instead, he's hella excited for the thrill he'll get after destroying Mayweather in the ring. Bud said, "If you put me in the ring with any of the great fighters from in around my weight class, past, present, or future, I'll hold my own with them." This confidence sent the entire fight world into a frenzy because it's not every day you see boxers claiming to come out on top against Mayweather. The boxer further added, "That's just how I feel. I just feel like our styles have evolved from the older fighters. They paved the way for us, and the things that they adored and were doing in the ring, we mimic them, but we take it to the next level. But I think I hold my own with any of those guys." Crawford's unorthodox fighting style has been making shockwaves in the fight world, and fans can't help but wonder if he would actually be able to keep his word and hold his own with Mayweather. I mean, that's definitely something to think of, and there's a lot to take into consideration before making any predictions for this one. But Bud's shared his 2 cents on it, and he has made it hella clear. Crawford wants this fantasy fight to make it to the ring, and he's challenging Mayweather to come out of retirement. The word of the boxing legend coming back to pro boxing started making rounds after Gervonta Davis brought it up in an interview with East News. The pro boxer said Mayweather versus Crawford is the fight of everyone's dreams. He said, "The question is Floyd going to come out of retirement and fight Crawford? I remember a statement where he said that if Terence beat Spence, then he would come out of retirement." It wasn't long after this when the man himself, Mayweather, shared his take on the fantasy matchup. The boxing legend warned Terence of his brutal punches and TKOs, and reminded him that he retired undefeated for a reason. Money Mayweather's also currently training Errol Spence Jr. for his rematch with Bud. Yeah, Errol plans on coming in prepared this time around, and he's getting help from the best of the best. Mayweather revealed that even Errol will be able to take down Terence after training with him, so if Spence could take him down, it's going to be child's play for Mayweather. After all, he's a living legend. Now, it's important to talk about the fact that Bud is in his prime and our guy Mayweather is pushing his 50s. Yeah, you can't really miss out on that detail, can you? If we were to put a prime Mayweather against a prime Crawford, the outcome of the fight would have been really different than what we might see if a 36-year-old Crawford goes up against a 46-year-old Mayweather in the ring. Plus, Mayweather retired all the way back in 2017. Now, I'm not saying that he's rusty because he's been playing around in the ring against influencer boxers and even mafia members for exhibition matches. But what I'm saying is that going against YouTubers is far more easier than going against pro boxers. So I don't know about you, but I won't be surprised to see him struggle against Terence in the ring. Because if anything, there's one thing Crawford isn't going to be in the ring, and that's being rusty. Oh, he's so in practice, it should be scary. But of course, Mayweather isn't one to get nightmares about stepping into the ring with someone. There's a lot at risk, though. So if he does decide to come out of retirement, it has to be a well-thought decision. Come on, this guy retired undefeated, and that's not something you can say for a lot of boxers. So for him to step into the ring after all these years and put the perfect 0 on his record on the line, yeah, that'll have to mean something. And if you think about it enough, taking down Terence in the ring isn't going to do much for Mayweather. Money retired after accomplishing everything he could in the sport, and there wasn't anything left for him to conquer. Beating Crawford won't prove anything different, and all it'll do is put a stop to all of Terence's claims and humble him respectfully. But you can't say the same for Bud, because this fight will do wonders for his career. Yeah, hear me out on this one. Bud's the new dog in the fight world. But there's one thing he lacks, and that's a list of impressive names on his record. Yes, he put up gloves against Errol Spence Jr., but that's pretty much the only big name you'll find on his resume. If he wants to retire as a legend, Bud's got to change that. He needs better names, bigger fighters. I'm talking Canelo Alvarez and Jermell Charlo. But just hold your thoughts for a second and think of how awesome it would be if he could have Floyd Mayweather's name on his record. That name alone is like 1,000,000 gold stars on a report. And just imagine how a win against him would make his record 1,000,000 times better. It'll mark his ground as one of the best boxers in the world for all times to come. And that's exactly what this guy is going for. Get this, Terence now holds all 4 belts in the 147 LBS division, the WBA, WBC, IBF, and WBO. And he's got his fair share of mandatory challengers waiting from a couple of these sanctioning bodies. But none of them will improve his record quite like a fight with Mayweather would. Plus, let's not forget that Crawford's time in pro boxing is limited. He's reached his prime at 36, and that's the age most fighters start considering retirement, so it won't be long before Father Time catches up to him. Crawford needs to make sure his next few fights are ones for the books. And I don't know about you, but Terence versus Mayweather is on the top of my list. Is this a fight you want to see, or should it be left as just a fantasy fight? Make sure to let us know in the comments. So there you have it, Fight World. That was all for Terence Crawford's brutal response to Floyd Mayweather coming out of retirement to fight him. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, comment, and share. I'll see you next time with more exclusive news from the fight world. Until then, peace out.